to this win, but we certainly don't want to underreact to it either. We celebrate when we can, and we're proud of ourselves. We're very proud of ourselves. The team had me in awe in the second half. They really had me in awe with that defensive energy and their commitment to hustle plays. And you can coach all your life and never feel that proud of a team. And it was just unbelievable guts and effort and energy and commitment to each other, and the chemistry in our presses, how much they love each other just shows on the court. So like I said, I don't want to overreact to it, but I am certainly going to say how much I love this team and how proud I am of that effort.
How the first half, nothing was going right.
Right.
What did you say? You know, what was the reaction? No panic, or?
Obviously not a panic. The only time I was worried was our start of the second half. I didn't come after the team at halftime. I didn't yell at them. I tried to teach, calm these two down. We know that we're going to put a saddle on both of these young ladies and we're going to ride them, and I'm not all of a sudden that's going to change the game plan in the second half and not get them shots. We're going to, if they feel comfortable and they're in rhythm, Miami wins a lot of games. And Boston College had a lot to do with them being uncomfortable in the first half. And if we can't score, then we couldn't press. And I knew that we turned them over like crazy in the first half. And yet, at the start of the second half, we didn't generate any turnovers because we didn't put the ball in the bucket. We didn't have an opportunity to press. And so I thought that they were about to run away with it. I really did. And there were just some huge stops. And then Mo just, you know, we talk team a lot, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to discount 9 steals and how much court coverage she had. So I went ahead and just lauded her in the locker room. You know, Baby obviously caught fire and did a great job, but Mo's absolute will to get the ball for her team took the game over. It just took the game over. And she's the second line person, and the pressure from Bay and Steph and Chris on the ball allowed her to make those reads, but the reads were high level, and the athleticism was, like I said, I'm not often in awe, but I sat there in awe during that run, just in awe of their ability to, not just their athleticism, but how smart they are with the choices they make, and the team chemistry was incredible. So it was a lot of fun.
If you want to talk about it, I think he had like 4 steals and 4 straight possessions, something like what kind of like possessed you at one point?
We were down.
Yeah.
Our energy was just down. We weren't ourselves really in the second half, as Coach said. And I'm like, man, you know, like forget this. We have to do something. My shot wasn't falling, obviously. So I said, okay, we got to do it with defense. And I'm usually the person who brings energy anyway. So when I'm flat, everybody else is flat. So once I got going, everybody else got going.
And then you suddenly caught fire from behind the arc. Want to just talk about that?
It was like a mind game for me. You know, Coach had said something and it kind of got in my head, like the double pump,
yeah,
and me drawing to the basket is kind of out of control. So I'm gonna relax and just calm down.
Did you make a real decision? The first half you were driving, but it seemed like nothing was going in for you
on
on
the
the drives.
Driving, but it was at the wrong times. Like it was like everybody staring, so that's the wrong time to be driving.
So did you make a decided decision to go to the outside
Coach will take
shot?
some of the blame on that too. You know, we really were trying to go at the hips and try to generate their bigs to get some foul trouble on the hedges and stuff. So these guys have to be courageous and sort of kamikaze and try to go. You got to give credit to Boston College. They were hedging well. They did a nice job. So second half we went to a more developed offense. We went to later looks. I really thought we could just get one-on-one ISOs and do a better job. So Coach had to adjust it, not just these two. And I freely admit it. I mean, they adjust with me. We're all in this together.
We want to talk about, you know, kind of containing your two, like really.
Did we? I'm saying
I mean,
15, 10, and
yeah,
13, and 23.
But it, like over the course of.
You know, containing
the second.
You know, there's an obvious. We have an obvious disadvantage in that game. I mean, their numbers are astounding. We got out rebounded by 21, but we stole the ball 19 times. And like I said, that's our philosophy. We're going to get out rebounded if they're not shooting as many shots. We shot 12 more shots than they did. There were only 30 rebounds on their end. We got 15 of them. We got half of them, and we stole 19 of them. So that is what Miami has to do. And we talk about choices. That's our choice, and that's what we chose. But Murphy and Swords are awesome. They're awesome. We really feel like getting Tillman in foul trouble was really the biggest thing, and we really were focused on that. She's a special player too.
Now Now you guys can have a bit of a break until the next. Oh, that's.
Yeah, we need it, yeah, yeah.
17 straight, what's that mean to you? That's...
I think our next game is a pretty good one. I'm pretty sure there's a chop waiting, and I don't know a chop waiting for. We will continue to do this, just as we've built the program, just as we've done our practices, just as we do our game plan. It is always one possession, one game, one thought, one task that we have to master at a time. So I will, like I said, and I mean this very sincerely, I was amazed. Like, I'm really glad these two are on our team. I love Sylvia Bullock, like Morgenstrom, and the coverage that they do behind Steph Ederstrom. You know, like they're just so fun, and you love them all. But you know, we are very businesslike. We do not pass up an opportunity to have fun and celebrate too. We're going to enjoy this, and then we're going to go to work.
For the two players, did those Musson College players look tall to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when the game was on the line, and I might be wrong, but I saw her go just as high to get a rebound, and I saw her take one from her. So, like, 5'6", 5'11", and we got it. So when they need to come through, you know, those were special efforts.
I mean, we have Pep though, so in practice, I mean, we were able to simulate her size, but I mean, they look big out there. You see if she blocked my shot.
I wore 2-inch heels tonight just so my kids wouldn't think that Boston College was so big. So the same height as me, what's the big deal?
Shenise, that team scores 86 points a game, and your team and your defense held them to 30 points below that. What's that mean? What's that feel like?
How committed we are to defense. We really are committed this year to defense. Obviously, we had to get stops in order to win. We both can score. The game, I mean, both teams can score. Both teams were great at that, our offensive game. But the bottom line was who's going to get the ball and who's going to get stops. And I think we did that tonight.
Shenise, being a thief is usually not considered a good thing, but
Tonight it is that.
It's a good thing in basketball, right?
Yes. I just seen him developing. Honestly, I seen him developing. I'm just like, I got to get the team. I mean, I got to get the ball for my team. That's all I was thinking.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Sean.